Hey y'all. Trying out a new Abby today because the old program I was using for my avatar is kind of boring. Oops. And wanted to see how VTube Studio would work on my phone. I know I want to use my original one that I use on my PC, but apparently it has a bazillion bytes, even at the lower quality one. So we'll just stick with this one for now. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But what I did want to talk about today is something I ranted about a bit yesterday in my test video. And it's just a question I have for some of us older gamers, maybe like 90s kids, maybe even early 2000s, where we're starting to, we've been adults for a while now. Some of us are parents, and I wanted to kind of test the waters and see what you guys think about this thing that I think is like gamer fatigue. And I don't know if it applies to people who are younger, but back in the day when almost everyone kind of played the same games, or at least a majority of the same games, because you'd have one person who had like a Nintendo, you'd have another person who had an Xbox, maybe a few. So you all could, all of you and your friends could kind of all play the same games, in a sense, even if you didn't own all the consoles. And you'd always had that one friend that had the awesome PC, so you could do some PC gaming back then. So this is back when gamers were nerds or dorks or whatever. It wasn't like a super bad thing where if you were considered a gamer, you were outcast specifically. But most of us weren't the popular kids, to be fair. Popular kids were not playing video games, at least when I was younger. And then, when you grow up, now everyone plays video games. Now some of the most popular people play video games. Or games in general. Just gaming in general. Everyone does it now, which, as a gamer growing up, or anyone that has a hobby, you should be super excited. Yes, more people are in this hobby, and it can get better, it can be better, you can do more, you can play games with more people, and it should be a positive thing, right? And it has been for a while. It's been nice that almost everyone, aside from my very boomer parents, even though granted they can play some games, but basically everyone I know, there's a game that we could play together if we wanted to. But my problem I'm kind of experiencing nowadays is that it's kind of just a constant thing. Games used to be something you looked forward to, you could relax with, and again enjoy with friends and everything, and be social. But when people don't turn right when they have the right of way, I will go if you don't. All right. God damn people. Sorry. That's the fun about recording while you're driving. But what I'm experiencing now is kind of I'm living where do I need to be playing games all the time? I don't ever feel like I'm caught up either. That was a few years ago where it's what's the most popular game nowadays? Well, I really don't care. There's the few games I play and I'm good. I don't even mind anymore. I still haven't played through Expedition 33. I really want to. I have the game. I've played it a little bit, but I just don't have the motivation to go through it. And I don't really know why, but I don't know. Like I said, I think it's some kind of fatigue, and I'm trying to look inward on this problem and say, is it a me thing, or is it kind of just how things are nowadays? Is it because there's a game for everything? There's literally, you could just be playing games all day, all different kinds of games. So yeah, so I just thought about it for a bit, and I kind of wanted to go over some of the things that I discovered or thinking about. Is it me? Is it culture nowadays, or is it something else? I know I get stints where I don't really want to play games for a while. Like, I just want to break. I just want to break from everything. A break from my computer, a break from my phone. And I know that's generally me, and probably, you know, a lot of us too that are day walkers that can live outside of our computers and our game and our phones and stuff. So, not an everybody thing, but definitely a me thing for sure. But it's even not that really, because it's like I want to play games. I just, when I sit down on my computer, I'm just like, I'd rather be in bed. I'd rather sleep. And I can't blame it on work right now because we're not in the busy season any longer. So it's not like being overworked. But then I sat down and thought about it. It's like, okay, well, what do I have to look forward to when it comes to video games? And I kind of made a list, and I started to kind of see kind of the like reoccurring issues. But I'll go down the list anyway, because, you know, y'all, I love lists. My first one I wrote down, mainly because I'm still trying to keep updated with the wonderful AOC drama, which I'll talk about a little bit more. But just as a first initial thing, MMOs used to be a big part of my life. I grew up on Phantasy Star, more specifically not online, which is the more popular one, but I played Phantasy Star Universe, which is the second version, but the service got shut down. But recently, a couple of very dedicated fans have made a private server for it, and that was fun. That was a fun few years of doing the private server. But it's kind of like you're just with the same like 10 people, and they're all great, to be fair. But it's just like, okay, this game is solved. This game is done. There's really nothing else to do, and then I can kind of transfer that over to WoW. I didn't play WoW, and I'm so sorry about the tongue. I'm really trying not to get around, but anyway. So with WoW, I didn't grow up in it because I was playing Phantasy Star, but we did play WoW for a little bit, and I did kind of enjoy it because it's different. Phantasy Star is action-based, as most kind of MMOs are nowadays, where it's not tab targeting. So when I did do tab targeting, I was like, wow, this is a game I could actually kind of like sit and chill and play. I didn't have to be like 100% focused constantly while I was playing it. So that was the cool thing with WoW. And of course there's unique like chaining your skills, and like there's a lot more lore, a lot more story. I like that a lot. But again, this is like Jesus. This is like 2000s, 2008, like real early WoW, to be fair. Not necessarily classic, but like real early WoW. And I've periodically came back and forth playing WoW throughout the years, and just to me, retail is so... There's too much. There's too much going on. There's too much stuff that I need to download on top of the game. And it's just like, I don't know trees. I don't follow any of that. It's already been solved, even if it's new content. And like the most recent thing out now is Midnight, and they're doing housing now, which I played Final Fantasy. I played Final Fantasy the first run before Reborn, and that's when I learned, like, you don't play games to be like a top player in that game if you want to enjoy the game. Because everyone got my group, my guild, whatever, people I used to play Phantasy Star with, they moved on to Terra, and then when Terra shut down, they went to Final Fantasy. They were gunning for like first completions of dungeons and stuff. So I was a week behind everyone because I didn't pre-order it. I actually had to drive 2 hours to buy the damn game. But anyway, so I was a week behind everyone, so I was just max grinding to get to max level, and then max grinding to get my gear so that I can actually do the dungeons. But by the time that happened, I have completely skipped all of the story, which I'm not really a Final Fantasy person to begin with, because again, I didn't grow up on it. So I was just lost. I didn't know what was going on. I was just burnt out because I was playing this game on top of working, and it just felt like another job. Not to mention, we spent a month after, again, the game started, and, some guilds have already completed the first dungeons and the first bosses and everything. We spent a month straight trying to beat the boss, or whatever the major one was of the game at that time. We couldn't beat it once. it was beyond frustrating. The drama was just getting too much, and I just quit the game. And then Reborn came out. I played it later. I listened to the story. It was a much better time, but I was soloing it. And even though you can solo pretty well in Final Fantasy, MMOs can only go so far if you solo. Like, you actually have to be a really special type of person to play an MMO purely solely. Like, I can understand solo leveling and then occasionally playing with people, but I don't get the whole, like, solo experience 24/7. Like, I don't get that whatsoever. So anyway, so with MMOs, WoW retail is weird. I've done WoW Classic. I didn't, like, complete it or anything, but again, it's fun. But it got boring. It's now a game where, like, you can literally play that and play other games at the same time. It just wasn't dopamine enough for me. But the sad thing is that, okay, well, WoW's not doing it. Phantasy Star turned into PSO2, which we in America were cucked out of for years. And by the time they actually did bring it over to the States, we only had it for a year before they re-released PSO2 to be New Genesis. And it was a completely different game, which I didn't like, because they went with the whole Zelda open world gaming, and then you could do bosses that randomly appear. And Phantasy Star was instant based purely. There was no open world. You're in a space station. You go down to different planets and you beat up different monsters and stuff in different instances. And that's Phantasy Star. It's not open world. It didn't do well, but they went on with it anyway and basically killed what PSO2 was. And fun fact, the people who did the PSU private server are going to do a PSO2 one. But anyway. But now, Phantasy Star failed me. WoW I never really got into, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people are still interested in WoW anymore, or at least they really want something else. So now you have other MMOs that try to start, but unfortunately all the people who save up money or try to build the MMO on Kickstarter or whatever turned out to be scammers. And it was just over and over, constantly. And there was one that we were waiting on for years that looked like it was going to be the one. Ashes of Creation. It would be the free roaming MMO. You could build towns. You could do group battling. You could do PvP. There's going to be monsters. There's going to be this whole cycle for seasons, and it looks like it was going to be so much fun. Yeah, and then, well, guess what, gamers? It turned out it was just another fraud, honestly. And the data is still coming out for that, to be fair. But it's very apparent that Steven Sharif, the guy that created it, dude just basically hyped man a thing that never existed to get a mansion and then bailed. Seriously, that's what happened. Like, he wouldn't put any of his own money into this game as he stated he did. He took out loans, and most of them were against the company, not against his name. So technically he doesn't owe any of this. And now that the company's basically almost dissolved, that money's just up in the air. No one knows. And guess what? The game's not going to come out. It came out for a month on early access. Some people say it's just to dodge the promise they had before where they would pay back people if the game never came out. The drama goes so much far. Like, his family, Steven's family, is an MLM business people, and it's while an MLM technically isn't a scam way of making a business, most are. Most are, so it might as well be. And honestly, it was just him going around saying, yeah, this is going to be the new WoW, so give me lots of money. And the dumbasses, all of them dumbasses, the dumbasses that fell for it, lost all that money. And him, Steven, and his husband now just own a mansion and are chilling. They'll go in and out of lawsuits, of course. Maybe they won't keep the mansion, but millions of dollars got in their pockets because they paid themselves $500,000 each a year for the years that this game was developing. So I don't care about the cope. The guy was just trying to make a buck. Great sleaze, scam artist, one of a kind, whatever. So, okay, MMOs are dead. WoW, the big WoW is boring. Other MMOs nowadays are just slot machines, basically. You have to pay for characters. It's free to play, but not really. It's mainly pay to play to even do anything right. So yeah, MMOs are dead. There's nothing to look forward to, and since there's so many, it's hard to get a bunch of people on. And that's going to be kind of a recurring thing. But anyway, so that's MMOs. To be fair, that's MMOs. Okay, so what's another thing I look forward to? Well, there's the yearly addiction to get off, which is Pokemon. Pokemon comes out every year with a new game, which they probably shouldn't. But honestly, I did skip it for a few years. I did not do a Sword and Shield. And then when Scarlet and Violet was coming out, I was like, oh, you know what? I didn't do the last one, so maybe I should do that. And when I played it, I was like, wow, this is not very great. I like that it was 3D, but the story was... Okay, the story's never great with Pokemon, to be fair. The story was never great. And catching the Pokemon was interesting, but it just didn't have, like, that Pokemon feel. It just, I don't know, it didn't draw me in all that much. So then when Scarlet and Violet came out, which I was excited for, it was actually open world. The Pokemon looked cool, the catching mechanic was great, because I enjoyed Pikachu and Eevee. Let's go. I did. Of course I did. You know, I'm a red and blue to the end type of Pokemon player. So when, Scarlet and Violet came out, and just the bugs... The emptiness, there's like nothing in the world, and the towns didn't feel like towns. There's just weird buildings on the landscape, and they made that into a town. Like Sword and Shield did it much better. Granted, it was instanced, but still, like, so in my eyes, it just got worse. It just got worse. So Pokemon, not fun anymore. And of course you have to do so much just to catch them all, and like now you have to have a subscription to Home. Pokemon Box isn't free anymore in order to at least complete Pokedexes. Some of the mons, it's like, hey, run around with this mon for 1,000 steps, and you don't know how ridiculous that is, how annoying it is to grind, or catch 1,000 of this mon to evolve it. It's like, oh my god, the grinding is so boring. So yeah, I don't know. Pokemon VGC is dead. What else is there to look forward to with Pokemon? Okay, well, I've been doing Pocket, and it's scammy. We all knew it was going to be scammy, and like I still rip my free packs on the daily, just because it's my thing to do on my break. But it's not like I don't sit there and enjoy it. I don't play the game really, especially when there's been some really ridiculous cards that come out that just makes the gameplay so just boring. Way too fast, way too power crept already, and it's only been out for like a year. The AI cheats, and it's just, it's not a fun card game. So that's out of the way. I haven't opened Go in a year. There's just no reason. I can't do the raids because, I'm a single player. And they're too hard, and my mons aren't leveled, because I just collect. But if I want the legendaries, I have to do the raids. But if I don't have mons to do the raids, it's way too much work than I want it to be. It's not fun. It was fun the first few years, and now it's just like I just don't enjoy it anymore, and I don't battle on that either. We're talking about battling. Pokemon, we enjoy battling, right? So then there's Pokemon Champions, which is supposed to be like, oh, everyone can battle now. You don't need to grind up a team. You don't need to all buy the game. It's going to be free to play, blah, blah, blah. But then we got some, like, early exposure to it, and of course, they made it a gacha. Of course, they're going to make you pay to have any kind of availability to make teams. So it's basically just going to be a big disappointment. I'm almost ready for it now, and it's like the one time I'm actually interested in learning about actually Pokemon battling and not just collecting them all. It's going to be pay to play. It's not going to be fun. So, rip that thing I was looking forward to. And then of course the last thing with Pokemon, since it's such a huge franchise, is the TCG, which it was 2 years ago. I think I started like, I'm going to collect Pokemon again. I'm going to look at my old cards, see if I can collect some sets, and I did finish a couple, but that was just when, like, that was on the downturn of 2020, to be fair, so like 2022, 2023, where the scalping just went to an all-time high. people buying out stores instantly. Like, I haven't seen a Pokemon pack in Walmart in like over a year. It's just it's so stupid. It's supposed to be for kids, obviously, and like, it's okay to collect, but like, the scarcity shouldn't come from like new releases. The scarcity come from sets that released years ago and are no longer in print. That's what the collection should be for, not for things that come out now. And and then of course you got the rip and shippers. You've got like Logan Paul and so it's FUBAR. It's like done. It's gonna have to die like extreme in popularity before like the scalpers and everything will get their hands off of it and stop caring. So yeah, that's ruined for me too. Like, I can't collect anymore. I was going to make a list of like maybe a new set to collect or a new Mon to collect. No, it's not happening, man. I'm done with it, honestly. And collecting isn't what it used to be. It isn't like, oh, I'd go into Card Shop and see what they have and grow my collection. No, it's go on TCG Player, make a buy list, buy all of it. Congratulations, you have the collection. And it's the same thing with Magic too. So yeah, speaking of Magic, another thing I'm semi in now, but it's basically become an IP grinder. Like, it's nothing but IPs now, with their IP, Magic the Gathering, being like a secondary thought, if not a third or fourth. Hasbro. I understand that it's Hasbro that's making all these decisions on Magic's behalf to put Ninja Turtles and Star Trek and Marvel into the trading card game, which was about, dragons and wizards. And of course, it's not like I can just ignore these sets because they power creep the hell out of the game. Someone awesome did a chart earlier. I watched a video on there of a percentage of the power creep based on certain card statistics, and it's just getting insane. Like, mark my words, in like a year or something, there's going to be a card. Well, while it might not cost 1, maybe it'll cost 7 or something. It'll just say win the game on it, and like, it's just stupid. It's not fun anymore. I still do Commander on occasion, but there's really, aside from like trying to chase the power, there's no reason to buy Magic anymore unless it's an actual Magic set. Like Lorwyn. Lorwyn is beautiful. It was fun. It was great, but I don't have any reason to buy the cards. I just don't. I just get them printed because I care about playing the game, not collecting the cards. I used to collect the cards. I'm still trying to complete my Bloomburrow set. Every Bloomburrow card printed. But guess what, Buttercup? That's like 1,000+ card set. Because like every card had a foil, and all the rares had a special version of them and a foil of the special version. Every rare had 3 different promos of each kind, and it was 2 promos, and one of those promos had a foil version. It's insane. It's ridiculous. They don't do it anymore, but oh my god, just so many cards. And again, it's not fun. It's not fun to collect anymore. You just go online, buy all the cards. Congratulations, you completed your set. So that's not fun. It's not fun for me. And then, of course, the price of packs aren't like a few dollars anymore. They're not even $5 anymore. Packs are at least $6, if not more, because, again, of scalpers and everything else. It's just, I'm not paying $10 for a pack. I considered it with, like, Modern Horizons and stuff when they had power in those. But no, not anymore. I'm not paying $10 for Spider-Man. I'm not doing it. And I'm so sorry, because I used to work at a game store, and Magic is the best seller. That's how you keep your lights on, by the way, is Magic. And Hasbro is flushing it down the tubes extremely quickly. So I don't even know where people are gonna go. Like, I know my store I used to work at, they're diversifying, and they're actually gonna hopefully be okay. But still, Magic is a big seller. So it's terrible. It's just not good. And then, of course, another wonderful Wizards of the Coast thing, which is D&D. Obviously, that's more fueled by like tabletop stuff, which I'm not super into. Aside from our D&D group that I'm in, but like we've tried to switch over to the new 2024 rules, and it's like some of them are good and some of them are bad, but they don't play like D&D 5 or whatever that most people play does not correlate well with 2024, like at all. And now they're saying they're going to redo it. They're going to redo the redo, and it's just like, I don't know. There's already a version that works that has lots of support. I'm just going to play that. There's really no reason to switch. There might be some ideas you can take, but like there's no reason to switch, honestly. Like I understand you bros that still do 3.5 because I started on 3.5. So like good for you, dude. Like do what you like to do. And of course with WotC, like if y'all remember like a year or so ago when they were going to start charging people for making content for D&D, y'all remember that? Like it's bad. It's real bad. So many people switched to Pathfinder, and I wasn't a part of that group, but like good on you and good on Pathfinder. But it's honestly, D&D is going down, and they're the major player. So I can only imagine how worse it's going to get, honestly, or better. I don't know. A lot of people are making their own, but that's kind of like a thing where so many people starting their own systems, and it's like it's hard to start a new system, at least there is for me, because it gets really confusing. But I mean, good on you, good for trying out something else. Yeah. And like, so other like tabletop things which I wish I knew more about, like I don't know, how's Warhammer doing? It seems to be still popular. It is expensive though, to be fair, and with all the other stuff that's getting like increased in price, like Pokemon and like Magic, like video games in general. You know, the new cozy game, the not Animal Crossing that Nintendo did for Pokemon. Yeah, that's $90. Like, you know, good on you if you can still afford a hobby nowadays. So yeah, I don't know if Warhammer is going to be doing that. Like again, I'm not playing it. I'm also not in the board game scene either. That seemed to pop off for a few years, but I don't know how well that's doing any longer. So like what else? Like I don't play shooters. How are shooters doing? Like, is Call of Duty still good? I know people are really obsessed with looter shooters, but that's never been my thing. So I get, maybe this is a glorious age for looter shooters, but it's just not for me. The only shooters I do, as you all know, is hero shooters. And, well, they killed my baby Overwatch, you know, years ago with Overwatch 2 for no reason. They just destroyed it. Looking forward to the PvE. That never happened. And of course they reverted some stuff. They made it back to Overwatch. Whoa. And apparently they added in some new features, but I played it. I downloaded the game. I played a few matches, and it's still boring. A lot of things changed, to be fair, but I just don't find it interesting anymore. It's just people. You're in lobbies where people are dancing back and forth like, oh, you can't shoot my head because it's flicking back and forth at 1 billion miles per second. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't enjoy it. Obviously, I play Marvel Rivals, but we all know how that's been. They took off their anti-cheat, so basically there's cheaters everywhere because it's so easy to break the game now. And that, you know, they're hacking their way to Celestial or whatever, ruining games for everybody. Then you've got people with like the League of Legends attitude. Speaking of a game that really went down the tubes, and basically just because of the community, which is League of Legends. Holy cow. Holy cow. But that type of attitude is still alive and well in Marvel Rivals. So people are just like, I had a bad game, so my next game I'm going to throw. Or, I didn't get to play the character I wanted to play, so I'm going to throw. Or I'm just going to be extremely toxic and yell and scream and I don't know, just be bad people. Like, these people have such little influence in their life. Like, the only thing they can do, aside from cutting me off in the street and going 5 under, you know, because I can't, you know, physically pass through them or run them over, is to go in my games and just pout or feed. Granted, of course, I know that the devs just put out a thing saying that they're going to be cracking down on throwers more, which is very much appreciated, but it's, you know, that's kind of like a wait and see type of thing. Apparently it's been working. Apparently they have been banning accounts and stuff, but again, it's still going to take a while for that to actually seep through into the community. And all people have to do, which is what they've been doing forever, is people just go on Black Widow, and they're bad at aiming, so they're just going to try on Black Widow, which is basically throwing. So like, while it'll get rid of the blatant cheaters, it will not get rid of the throwers. Like, that's a community issue for sure. That is something the community has to figure out on their own. And of course, there's also the balancing, which is not on the community's side. Someone actually posted a fake update balance, which, okay, got me, fair, got me, you got me there. But it was so perfect. It was so beautiful. It was upping almost all the bad characters. It only nerfed a few, and those few were the meta-defying characters. But like, it was going to make everyone really good. And I was like, oh my god, I'm actually excited. I might actually go back to playing ranked again. Like, I'm super excited to see all these changes. And it's fake. And it's not real. And I'm like, shit. I was this close to being hopeful for something, anything. No, not real. So hopefully the devs are like, hey, thanks for the homework. Hopefully they realized how popular it was of the updates that person did, and like, just copy paste it. Honestly, honest to God, easiest thing. Come on, China, you're great at this. You're great at copying. Just copy this, copy those notes, and do it, please. So yeah, there's so many games I play, and of course it's because, you can just play games. You can, if you're bored of one game, you can try another game. But there's just nothing to look forward to anymore. Pokemon, I can't look forward to that. I can't look forward to collecting because, someone's using it as an investment portfolio. The games suck. Like, they're just bad. They just suck. And then, they re-release the old games terribly just so they can keep the keep the licenses on them, so that they can sue anyone that tries to distribute the older codes, because everyone doesn't totally already have them already. It's just, can't do my hero shooters because they're unfun. There's throwers. Oh my god, speaking of hero shooters, if you guys never played Guns or S4, oh man, anyway, I'm not even gonna go on to it, but if you know, bro, you know, and someone's trying to make S4 again, and honestly, props to them, dude, props to them for trying to make S4 again, but it's just not the time anymore, dude. It's, the hero shooter has already been, it's like, that was S4, like, the hero shooter is the evolution of what Guns in S4, which is basically, you get to jump around and do flips while shooting people. That's basically it. And I guess you can sort of kind of do it in Marvel Rivals, but anyway, think of like S4 is everyone is Star-Lord. Everyone can do neat tricks and shoot each other. That's kind of it. But yeah, man. Anyway, and of course, like, back in my day, there's the big console wars where it's like, which console was the best, and each console tried to outdo one another. And it's like, I don't think the consoles care anymore. Like, Nintendo's going to do their own thing regardless. They're just going to do weird, wacky things, and the only thing that's keeping them up, honestly, is their IPs. Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. That's what's really keeping Nintendo afloat, not necessarily their consoles. Microsoft gave up a while ago. Microsoft just gave up. And Sony with the PlayStation, it's basically, they're just PCs at this point. And I'm like, well, everyone's going to switch to PC because that's just how the tide's turning. It's better to have a PC. You can do more with a PC. You can be more customizable with a PC. But now we can all see where that lovely ride goes, which is when the whole world wants a PC, aka AI data farmers and all that bullshit. Now trying to buy a PC is just insane. It's like you need a down payment on, like you need for a fucking car. It's ridiculous. And then of course, that's not to mention, like, if any of you like really are interested in PCs, there's this lovely thing called Windows that all of us have to deal with. It's like you all know that oxygen is a corroding gas. Like, if we didn't need oxygen to live, we would all live for so much longer. But unfortunately, we do need it to live. Hence, we're gonna all die. That's like Windows. Windows is like the thing you need for PCs. And if only you could live without it, then maybe you could have a PC that actually lives forever. But I know. Linux is getting more easier to use and to adapt, and a lot more things are going towards Linux, especially when major companies, corporations, and now countries realize that Windows steals data. Whoa! What a surprise! The thing that everyone uses steals your data. Whoa! Anyway, so I know things are changing, but to be fair, like, not fast enough, dude. Not fast enough. We've all had to deal with it for so long. Us PC gamers had to deal with Windows shit for so long. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Is it just me? Is it just me getting old, where I'm just not, games just aren't hitting like they used to? I don't have any energy throughout the day because I work a full-time job. Or is it because, like, all my friends do different stuff now? We don't all play the same game anymore. We're all doing different stuff at different times throughout the day, so it's hard for us to get together and do stuff. Like, is that, or is because it's like everything, because so many people, because everyone plays games now, because gaming is now an industry. It's not a passion, it's not a hobby, just like, trading card games. It's an industry. People try to make money off of it, and that's all they see is money. And while capitalism runs the world, whatever. If someone only cares about money, then it's not about the product anymore. It's not about the art. It's not about the customer. It's about the money. That's all that matters is the money. So they make things cheaper. They make things worse. They don't need to put in effort because it just prints money, basically. Is it that? Is it that modern culture that's dripping into our hobby, that's dripping into our life, basically, that's kind of just ruining everything? Like, okay, I know the obvious answer is just like it's Yordi, it's all those things. Of course. But, like, seriously, I'm like, honestly, I don't know, guys. Maybe I should just retire. Maybe I should just retire from being a gamer. Have, like, one or two games that I play on occasion that don't require other people, and just like retire to my garden or something, Go touch grass and just be a grasser. Be a grasser, not a gamer. Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, let me know if you guys are kind of in the same boat as I am, which is just just what is there to look forward to? Do you actually enjoy games anymore? Do you actually get stress relief? Do you still hang out with friends? Do you play shitty games just because your friends play it, or like what? Because I know it's not just me, and hopefully things get better. Let's all be on the cope train for sure, that things will get better. But yeah, anyway, this has been another lovely day of Siordi ranting. I appreciate your time, to those of you who are here. And yeah, let me know about the avatar. Again, hopefully I can get my other one on here, but I guess it's something's better than nothing, And maybe that's what's got here in the first place, because the gaming industry just gives us garbage, aka something, and that's, better than nothing. Maybe nothing's good, Maybe we should just have nothing for a while and only buy and support games that are actually good and that care about us, and that are, game producers that want to make games. And I know the indie scene is still good, and that should catch up. That should stay that way for sure. Oh, hush. My car is going to yell at me because I'm parking now. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys. Take care. Oh my god, this tongue. I even like down, like, how do I get rid of this tongue? Someone tell me.